Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first episode of my dating story times. I know you guys have been waiting for this. I was meant to upload the other day, but I've been feeling really sick. Like right now I've got a fever. I'm on medication, got the antibiotics going. Hopefully this tonsillitis should disappear. I don't even have tonsils, so I don't even know why I'm going through this. So bear with me as I tell the story, and I hope you enjoy. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Right now I'm drinking peppermint tea, and I got this lovely cup from my church when I first attended. It was like a gift to welcome me, and it's so cute. I'll show you guys the message now. It says God loves you, and it makes me so happy. Anyway guys, let's get this video started. So there's this local shop that I buy all my fruits and vegetables and all my meals from there. I go there every week, like literally every week, and gosh, I spend hours in there. I can spend like a full-on 2 hours shopping. You've got to like read the ingredients and then read the names of the things and like translate it to find out if you're buying the right thing or not. I was doing that, and every week I would see this dude, like the same dude all the time. I have this little routine. I go get the large trolley even though I'm not going to pick up lots of things. There's something so therapeutic about just pushing the trolley whilst you're shopping, just walking around with music in your ears and stuff. So I'm pushing the trolley now, going to different aisles. Even if it's the aisle that I don't want to be in, I just go there because there's stuff. I like to look at every little thing. For some reason I feel like I'm gonna find something that I want. Like an hour goes past, I'm still in the shop and he's still in the shop, so I didn't really think much of it. Every week I went for about a month and a half. I just thought maybe he likes the same things that I like. Like I'm not gonna think that anyone who's standing next to me is always following me. The week after that is when I said, you know what? If I see him, I'm gonna try to go to different aisles. Got my trolley, put my music in my ears, just walking. I said, let me trick him. So I go to this weird section that no one goes to. It's where they sell the nuts and stuff. I went there and I stood there. I see him coming over to the nuts section. Nobody really goes to the nuts section, so I was thinking, yeah, he's definitely following me. He hasn't done anything to me, he's just following me, which is cool. So that same day I said, okay, let me move from the nut section and go back to my brownie section, like the baking section. I went there, and this is when the guy got like real close. Like he was right next to my shoulders. If I moved, our shoulders would be rubbing. I looked that way and I was like, okay, now I have to put my music a bit down, because you know when your music is blasting, you can't hear anything, so you start to get a little bit paranoid. So I put the music down, then I can hear him say, sorry. I'm thinking like, where's that voice coming from? And I take one of my headphones out and I look at him, and he's like, he said that for about like a minute and a half. I stood there, I'm just like nodding my head, waiting for him to gather his thoughts and try to figure out what he wants to say to me. I said, if he doesn't say anything within the next like 10 seconds, I'm definitely just gonna put my headphones on and continue walking. So he got his phone and I could see him typing something. He did a translate thing, bless him, and it said, he said, sorry, my English is not good. And I was like, oh, 괜찮아요, which means like, it's okay. And he was like, oh, do you speak Korean? Like, you know, he goes, 한국말? And I was like, oh, 조금. And he got out his phone, he's like, number. And like, he just kept pointing at his phone screen, telling me number. And I'm just like, oh. So I just thought maybe he's just being friendly and he wants to have friends. So I thought, okay, number. Alright. I gave him my number. He said bye. And then he just left the aisle that we was in without picking up no brownies, no, not even a chocolate cake, like not picking up anything. He's empty, no trolley. He walked out the shop and I was like, I didn't see him check out. He did nothing. As soon as he got my number, he bounced. 5 minutes later, he sent me a text saying, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you too, and put a little smiley face. We left it as that. When I went home, I got another text. Do you have cacao? Something's telling me not to add him on cacao. I don't know. Just with cacao, you have your pictures everywhere. So I thought, no. I'm not gonna get him to add me on cacao. So I never did that. my cacao, my number is not linked. That's why I feel more comfortable giving my number. I said, no, my cacao doesn't work. Then he said, okay. So a few days later, I left work and I see a text saying, hey, I just saw you. Why didn't you say hello? Then he's like, oh, I was far away. I said, okay, that's fine. Hope you have a good day. Left it as that. Like a week or two later, my friend came from another city to visit me for Christmas, and me and her got ready and we were on our way to a Christmas party, and we went to 7-Elevens to get some soju, and when we came out, I could have sworn I saw him. I saw somebody just go whoosh. After I thought I saw him, I received a text saying, what are you doing right now? And I said, oh, I'm with my friend, we're going to a party. He said, can I come? And I was like, no. Throughout the whole party, I said, I'm not gonna be on my phone the whole time. I enjoyed myself. We went clubbing, we did all of that. So weeks went on and he would just keep on texting me. I would reply to the ones that I feel like I needed to reply to, but if it's like a useless text, I don't think I need to reply. So he started to send like lots of sad faces, and I'm thinking like, what does he want? He goes, okay, I want to take you on a date. So I thought, you know what could happen? So we met up around the same area, we go shopping. He looked so nervous, guys. Like he was there, like I'm sure he took a shot before he left the house, because he was acting a little bit tipsy. We went to Korean barbecue and it was so nice. Like he was cutting up the meat, because Lord knows I'm scared of the little, you know, oil splashes that happens. Oh, the oil splashes hurts me. Like I just get scared, and it's proper silent, like no one's talking, just all you can hear is the sizzling of the food, like there's no conversation going. So he just kept on drinking and drinking soju shots, like, and I thought, no, I am not having soju on this date. So I just ate my meat, had some water and left it be. Once he started getting comfortable with the drinks, like that's when he would like start talking, and his English isn't as bad as he thinks, I guess. So he's just speaking to me. He's saying, wow, you're so pretty. And I said, thank you. You know, I was like, oh, your English isn't bad. He goes, no, it's so bad. So during dinner, I asked him, which apartment do you live in? He mentions where he lives, and I'm thinking, isn't that on the other side of like the city? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so what would you do, like coming to the area for shopping every week? The date was so nice. We ate lovely food and were able to just talk once he's had his drinks. He's drunk and he's walking, and he had his arm around me, around my shoulder. He had his arms around me, and I'm sober as heck. I said, okay, I'm gonna get a taxi home. How are you getting home? He said, oh, he's gonna get a taxi too. So I said, you get in a taxi first because I'm okay. And he said, no. He's trying to tell me that he wants me to go in a taxi first, and then he'll go in a taxi. So I finally convinced him. He got in his taxi. He told the taxi driver his address, which I'm still shocked about at this point, because I thought he lived near me, but I guess he doesn't. Then I got my taxi. I went home. The next day he texted me that he had a great time having dinner, and I was like, yeah, me too. But he continued to text me for ages, like for months and months. But there's times where I never reply, because if you know me, guys, I am the worst person at texting. If you call me, that's cool. Or sometimes I think I've replied in my head, and meanwhile I haven't replied. So that's my issue. I think he must have thought, yeah, this girl doesn't want to talk to me. So yeah, that's the story of when I went on a date with my stalker, which is kind of out of character for me, because this is somebody I've just met like a few times, you know. But it's okay, you know what? Living in a new country, you kind of do things out of the ordinary just because you're trying to make new friends, you know. But yeah, that's the end of my story time, guys. I hope you've liked it, and comment down below if you would like to hear some more, or tell me any other stories you guys have been through too. And I hope you like this video, guys. God bless. See you guys. Bye.